Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy. Day we hustle, but the night we OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but know that they ride or die. Cold, these brothers, my guys, know that they fly. Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. Cold, these brothers, my guys, know that they fly. Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. CJ Ike, they ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. CJ Ike, they ain't no longer about. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
Hello, thumbs up because you, yes you are amazing. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. And yes, we are back here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S. Recreating another flight here on our Monday live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is scheduled. And what we are doing today is we are taking Trent Palmer's hashtag Freedom Fox from a small, what do you want to call it? A small private airstrip just to the southwest of Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This was a video that they posted on YouTube back in 2018. And what's going to make this flight interesting is that we are not flying into one of the runways of Oshkosh, because again, I am still recreating M0A's flights that are going on right now on my YouTube channel, so you can see those flights that I'm recreating. Those are recorded flights, not live stream, and so you can check those out. But here in my live stream, we're going to take Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox from a little private grass or private crop dusting airfield, Nowatzski, looks like Nowatzski Field, to the southwest of Oshkosh. If you go, again, you can click in the link in the description below to actually watch the video where they actually landed here because of weather. And then they just kind of waited it out, and then they kind of, once the weather cleared, they kind of just shot right into Oshkosh. But again, one thing that is different for this flight is that they didn't fly into one of the runways that you normally land at. They landed on the ultralight field, which is a little 900-foot grassy area there at Oshkosh. The reason being is because they do STOL, short takeoff and land demonstrations and stuff there at Oshkosh. And so I thought that would be interesting because we will be landing at Oshkosh on one of the runways as we recreate the flight for Jason and Matt from M0A. And you can see those flights that I'm posting because they just posted another one tonight. And so I'll be recreating that here shortly. And so this week I am posting those videos, getting ready to have a whole series of flying to Oshkosh, which is what I wanted to do. And that is why I am doing so much Microsoft Flight Simulator live streams and putting content on my YouTube channel. The reason being is because this week is Oshkosh and I am an aviation enthusiast and I really do like Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's what I am focusing on. And then next week, and then for 2 weeks, I am gone in real life, and so there won't be any posted content on my channel. So I wanted to get that up and going. And when I return, there's a new game being released called Way of the Hunter by THQ Nordic that I'm very interested in. So looking forward to having that content and a brand new game, and so on my radar. So kind of move away from some of the puzzle platformers that I have been doing, because then we're going to get into some of the bigger games like THQ Way of the Hunter. So again, once I return here. But this week we are focusing on Microsoft Flight Simulator content because of Oshkosh Air Adventure 22. And so let's go ahead and jump right down here. This is Freedom Fox. This is Trent Palmer Kit Fox. It's gone through a bunch of upgrades over the years. You can see, again, you can see a link to Trent's channel in the description below. But this is Freedom Fox. And so if we zoom in and kind of take a look at it, actually, because of my new controller keys and all this that I've got, let's go ahead and jump right into the drone camera so we can really take a look at it. So really, really high performance. It's got the new, I think it's turbo, Rotax engine. This thing is a beast. It is payware. So as we take a look at this, I kind of wanted to show it because I wanted to, for anybody who's interested in purchasing it, it is payware on Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox store, in-game store. But if you are interested in low and slow and good controllability, landing on short strips, this actually comes with some other scenery content. So it doesn't just come with Freedom Fox, it comes with a bundle of other Kit Fox variants with a bunch of liveries, a bunch of off-field scenery airports, even Trent's new house that he has put, even the building and stuff of that on his YouTube channel. So his YouTube channel is amazing. So check that out. But there's some really good stuff about this here. You can see we got the door open as we were waiting for start, but there is hashtag Freedom Fox there. Also got the decal here if you're interested in that. That's basically the Cub killer, all right? So carbon Cubs, or just the J3 Cubs or the Super Cubs or whatever. But this is the Cub killer, the Kit Fox Cub killer logo. That's pretty cool. Some other things that are pretty neat. Yeah, the door is open on this, but he's also got the logo back here for the Flying Cowboys. And again, I had the honor of flying with Corey Robin in his Cub Ghost. He's part of the Flying Cowboys. He also has a YouTube channel. He was actually the second flight that I recreated. That was Corey's desert art flight that I did. You can see that on my YouTube channel. But yep, Flying Cowboys. And so we zoom around here in the drone. You can also come in here, and it's really neat. You come in here and you can actually put a little bit of weight in, and you can mount the one wheel that you see these guys always putting around on in their videos. So that's really neat. So, and then you've got camping gear in the back. You can actually control this by putting either a little bag there in the seat or nothing in the seat, or you can also go ahead and put in where you have the passenger is visible. But we'll do some of that stuff when we land. We'll put out the camping gear once we get to Oshkosh and land here in the Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox. So let's go ahead and get out of that view. So I've got, again, I've got the key binds here set. So we've got this view, which I really like here on the Kit Fox. It really kind of just gives a, I don't know, it just gives a neat perspective. There's also, I think, under the wheel forward. And then we've got the wing views, which are obviously very popular for the guys over there with their YouTube videos. This is almost kind of like, Trent's got a video that's very similar to, or a location of a video that's very similar to this, because now out on a boom, he'll actually mount a 360 camera. So that's pretty neat perspective. And then you've got the basically the cowling looking aft here, and then another kind of just wingman view, as I like to call it. But I like that one, so we're going to actually save that for the flight here, so we can actually just jump back and forth between that. And here's just the external view. So let's go ahead and go into the cockpit. And I don't think it hurts it to start it with the door open, so we can actually go ahead and start this. It's a pretty short flight here today. Again, it's going to be interesting because short flight, low flight, because we are following the VFR arrival for ultralights. So we're not doing the Fisk arrival into Oshkosh. That is the normal VFR arrival. We'll do that probably with Jason and Matt when we recreate their flights of M0A. So you can watch those flights. Those are recorded flights that are also on my YouTube channel. So, but we are going low and slow here to the ultralight field at Oshkosh. So again, as I talked about, this is all model. You've got Trent's signature up here, payware. Again, you got a whole bunch of different variants. So if you want your variant with a livery, please check that out. You got a little bag down here, and then in the back, you've got camping gear. So you can put out camping gear. So we will do that once we land and park at Oshkosh. So let's go ahead and get this thing started up. So let's go ahead and put the master on. Avionics come on. I'm going to check to make sure parking brake. I can see that it is on. The little lever there in the center. I went ahead and I programmed in. So when we get toward Oshkosh for the landing, we're actually looking for an intersection of two highways. And that's actually what I've got programmed in here into the GPS. So once we get there, then we'll do everything visual for the actual approach and landing. But again, we're actually doing the pattern for the ultralights because we are landing at the 900-foot grass strip at Oshkosh for the ultralight, because that's where we're going to be doing STOL demonstrations, or at least that's where they do STOL demonstrations when they're at Oshkosh. So, all right, master on. Yeah, we got everything going on here. Fuel pumps come on here for start. We'll go to starting power. We'll crack the throttle. And then we shall come over here to the start button, and what we say, can we get a clear prop? If you also do a GUBS check just for starting, so basically gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, seats and seat belts, right, and all that. If I would do that, I would remember that I've got to come down here and actually turn the fuel on. Do we have fuel? Yeah, okay, we got half tanks. Okay. All right, let's turn the fuel pumps on again. And now we'll come over here, and then can we get a clear prop? There we go. And come over here, we got pressure. Pressure. I'm under pressure. Yep, pressure, temperature's coming up. All right, we'll sit here and let it warm up. Let's go ahead and close the door before we forget to do that, huh? And reduce that sound just a nice little bit. Kind of closes up here with a little door. Everything is looking good. They've had some weather, but I think we'll be able to duck under this weather that we've got here. But I mean, look at this big old, you go into a steep turn, you can actually just look over the wing and the pattern. So this Kid Fox, like I said, payware for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S. I really enjoy it. You need to be careful when you get low and slow, because you can get real low and slow with this airplane. And the problem is that, well, when that wing stalls, it stalls, and you're probably going to be real low. So we gotta monitor that. All right, what else we got here? Turn off those fuel pumps now. Let's go ahead and put on, since we're up here in the Oshkosh area where VFR and everything, let's go ahead and just turn on pretty much everything that we've got. So strobes, beacon, get our flashies on, all this kind of stuff. Woo, yeah, all that kind of good stuff. Let's go ahead, and I am going to go ahead and come over here. We're gonna listen to Fisk. That's 120.7. There we go. So we'll turn that over onto the Fisk.
Endeavor trying to join, it's not going to work out. So it needs to go all the way back to Endeavor start. Pick out an aircraft, similar
Okay.
type speed. These guys at 1,800 feet, 90 knots. 22 Yankee, go to 118.5.
I think we're ready to go.
118.5.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn down Fisk radio just a little bit here.
Southwest of Fisk, Rocky Wing.
Okay,
Good rock,
so I think we're going good. I think we've got what we want to be, what we want. So just a short little flight tonight in this payware version of the Freedom Fox, Trent Palmer's Freedom Fox. And again, while we're starting off here at this little crop duster strip, is because if you watch the video below, you go ahead and click on and watch the actual video, and you'll see why they landed here just shy of Oshkosh because of weather. So we are gonna go ahead and move on up and arrive at Oshkosh. So all right, brakes off. Go ahead and start this roll.
Good rock, good rock. Just follow the railroad tracks for a right downwind, runway 27, and to keep that turn inside of the gravel pit for us and monitor tower 1.1.
You see in the actual video all the guys that are all parked along here and all this. It looks like the wind's pretty light and variable, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right here in the cockpit, and let's rock and roll. Let's go to Oshkosh. So here we go. And put little flaps, and up we go. And flaps come up. This thing is a rocket.
Really good, really good.
It's an absolute rocket ship. All right, come off the power here and start our turn. We got our GPS over there so we can help navigate. Again, we are not going to get very high. Trim, trim, trim. We are not going to get very high. We're not going to get very fast. We're going to be doing low and slow to Oshkosh here. Let's go ahead and work this trim. Go ahead and come off the power a little bit more even. Got a few little bumps and stuff like this. Don't know if I'm going to actually do autopilot here. I mean, we're gonna be low, so we'll be able to tell we're about to smash in the ground. There we go, about 85 knots. Puttering along here. Monitoring a Fisk radio, but we're not going to be using Fisk radio. We're not. Again, those are for the people that are going into the runways, either whether it be twin engines, whether it be warbirds, whatever it might be. There's an arrival for all of them, but for basically really just normal single and civilian single and twin engines, then they do the Fisk. So they're actually kind of over here off our right wing. That would be their arrival procedure that they've got, which is basically some lakes, and then they go up a rail line. But we'll be doing that when we recreate M0A's flight. So stand by for that on my YouTube channel. You'll see that. But right now, if you've been following along, we are in Manassas, Virginia for those flights. So, but here we are, again in the Freedom Fox, heading up to Oshkosh. We're going to the ultralight field tonight. So there's our tail view with our GoPro. Again, we got some turbulence. Looking good. heading up to Oshkosh. There we go.
Doing a great job. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. It's going to be a beautiful morning at Oshkosh.
Slow and slow. Look at this beautiful scenery, though, coming up here. But again, what we are doing is we're just flying up here, and we're going to be getting to a intersection of two highways here that are not too far away, 30 miles, something like that. I guess we can come over here and take a quick peek here. So, yeah, we got 12 minutes. We're about 18 miles out from that. So again, short live stream tonight, short live stream, short flight. I just really wanted to do this, wanted to recreate this flight here in Trent Palmer's the Freedom Fox, hashtag Freedom Fox. And like I said, if you haven't gone to see, we need to send down. We're basically at 1,800 feet. 1,800 feet is where the normal people for the Fisk arrival, they're either at 1,800 feet or they are at 2,300 feet. We need to actually be at about 11 at 1100, so 1,100 feet or 1,100 feet. So we need to descend down. We've climbed too high here with this turbulence and flying VFR and flying on the sticks. It's a little more difficult here. So just descending on down here as we get closer, because when we get close, we want to make sure that we are at 1,100 feet. There is a whole standard procedure. We've already gone ahead. We've called in. The ultralight field knows that we're coming in. So we're monitoring Fisk. You're listening to Fisk arrival. So you're hearing Fisk arrival on the radio. We've called in. Probably not going to be a lot of ultralights joining here, so not expecting too much traffic. Might be a lot of though. Might be a lot of. We might see a lot of real planes flying around up here once we get up here. Here, at least even in the sim, just because there's a lot of people in the sim flying around Oshkosh. I posted on Twitter a picture of what the airspace looked like around Oshkosh this afternoon, and it was busy. But the plan is we'll come up here, we'll do the ultralight arrival. I'll explain that once we come up here, but we've got now still about 15 miles or so before we get to the intersection of the two highways. And then what we'll do is we'll land and we'll park, and then we'll put out the tent and the camping gear and all that. Maybe watch and see if there's anybody flying around. Just you can kind of see what multiplayer looks like. Maybe on one of the future official community fly-ins that Microsoft Flight Simulator hosts. Maybe I'll record it so you can actually see. I posted some pictures on Twitter of the first and the last fly-in that I did, and it was to Oshkosh also, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. So, all right, we're just still descending down here. We're at 1,480 feet. When we get real close to Oshkosh, we need to be at 1,100 feet. So, only 300 feet above the ground. That's basically what we're doing. 300 feet above the ground. So. A little more trim. Help us out here. Got that line over there on my GPS, so I'm just kind of following that line, looking down, making sure I'm back in the climb. I tell you, this little cub. Oh, not cub. Oh, what sacrilege! This Kit Fox, Freedom Fox here. Have to admit though, as part of the conversation, I have to admit, I like the look of the Cub better than the Kit Fox. I think I like the skinniness of the Cub and the tandem seating rather than the side by side. I mean, don't get me wrong, the side by side lends itself for some other thing, especially if you like hailstorm. Yeah, right. If the hailstorm is up there, and that's when Trent and Haley are flying together, then that's look at we got some obstacles right there. Power lines we got to watch out for. We are low and slow going to Oshkosh. But yeah, so I mean side by side it's fun, and I can understand like with Trent and Haley, aka Hailstorm, that that's great. you know, for a couple and all that kind of stuff. It's easy to talk, it's easy to share things, right, and all that kind of stuff. I just like the look of the Cub. I have both the J3 and we've got the Carbon Cubs and stuff from Cub Crafters here in the flight sim. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and level off here at maybe around, keep it around maybe 1,300. Yep. So we got a little bit of weather in front of us. I didn't really plan for the weather to be so ominous. But there's actually Wittman Regional, the point of interest now has popped up. So that is Oshkosh, Wittman Regional. That's the airport at Oshkosh. The town is Oshkosh. The airport is Wittman.
Any flights inside of ticket?
So we'll come up here.
Vessel with the left wing light, half mile southwest of 50, rock wing.
Got our flashes on.
Good rock, railroad tracks, and right down runway 27, monitor tower 118.
Also in the video, it's really a lot of fun because they're a flight of like 7, right? All the flying cowboys here, and so they're like a flight of 7 going into Oshkosh. It is amazing. The video again, check out that video. Click at that link in the description below. Also, if you enjoy my content, go ahead, subscribe if you haven't. Smash that like button if you do. Come join me in a future live stream, chat with me, and all that kind of good stuff.
Canard, half mile southwest of 5th, rocky wing.
But here we are, kind of ducking under these clouds. STOL VFR, we're real low here. Again, we're down here with the ultralights, because we're going to go into where the ultralights go, because again, we're doing STOL, short takeoff and landing demonstration at Oshkosh. That's what the Flying Cowboys did back in 2018. So this is a recreation of them going to Oshkosh in 2018. Look at this. I'm looking forward to getting my Xbox Series X and getting a little bit more performance for the scenery and stuff. That would be amazing. But this right here on the Xbox Series S, phenomenal. It's just
with a right blinking light, rocky wing. That's a good rock. Turn right, follow the east-west road, and left base runway 36.
Here we are, about 1,200 feet. Remember, as we get close to, when we get basically to our waypoint here at the intersection, I think it's Highway Z and Highway 29 or 26. We programmed it in. Then we need to be at 1,100 feet, 300 feet AGL. So 300 feet above the ground. Just kind of putting along here. Now the single engine guys up on the Fisk arrival, they, like I said, they're at 1,800. They're at traffic pattern altitude 1,800. And I think they're also doing 90 knots, where we're down here. We're going to go ahead and do 80 knots at 1,100, which is still really fast. I think the ultralights, I don't think they don't have a speed restriction, because I mean some of them are, they're ultralights, they're real slow. So 80 knots is probably pretty fast for an ultralight. I do have an ultralight in the sim, so, and it flies really. It's not they're not gliders. You would think, oh, ultralight, ooh, you know, you lose power. No, you lose power. Trust me, you're coming down. Kind of practice landing and stuff and that. It's been interesting. So, all right, we kind of climbed up here again. Let's get back down to 1,000 or about 1,200, but we need to be at 1,100 when we get to our basically kind of our initial approach point, which is the end of the red line over there on the GPS. So we just keep following, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, swimming.
Gravel pit, monitor tower 118.5. Good morning, welcome to Oshkosh. Everyone out there, end of the line is 1 mile north of Portage, Wisconsin. 1 mile north of Portage, 1 mile north.
Here we go. Freedom Fox. Hashtag Freedom Fox.
Transition, and then we need 1 mile in trail.
Old fancy Kit Fox for Trent Pond.
1 mile southwest of 5th.
Just north of, flies out. I think his home airfield is now his house, and/or Reno Steed Airport. That is, I think it's Steed, maybe it's Stead, I think it's Stead Airport. And that's interesting.
26.6.
And that's where the Reno Air Races are held. So that's his home base.
Good rock, join the railroad tracks and right down runway 27.
All right, we are coming up. Our waypoint is on the GPS here. I see it coming up. We're in the shadow of this dark cloud here.
Twin, turn right. Twin over 5th. Turn right for the east-west road, left base, runway 36. You got a twin over 5th. Start a right turn.
So we are coming up to the intersection. What we're going to be looking for is a highway that kind of then pretty much kind of goes north-northwest.
All right, guys aren't listening.
So that's what we're looking for.
Over 5th, you got to be listening. The twin
when we get up here.
There you go, right turn. I see the turn. Thanks. Monitor tower 126.6. Good morning. Low wing over 5th. Traffic wing.
There's our waypoint. So let's go ahead and make sure it's descend down here.
White low wing over 5th. Rocky wing. Tail. That's I see the rock straight up the railroad track. Turn right down runway 27, 1,800 feet until you get on the downwind. Monitor tower.
Also, I sit up so high
Everybody, thanks for your help.
in the Kit Fox because I'm 6'2". That's probably why the perspective is it looks like we're just going to crash into the ground. From my perspective, it looks like we're nose down, and we're not because I sit up so high in this thing. Mama gave me too much puppy chow. Alright, so now that's probably why I keep climbing too. I'm just like, oh my god, we're just going to smash into the ground. Alright, we're in a nice easy descent here. We're coming up onto our waypoint. And again, I don't have any other waypoints. We're just going to pick up this highway that then kind of goes to the... That then is going to go up toward the left here to the north, and we're going to follow that. It's a pretty big highway, so... Alright, we're back down here to 1,240 feet. Got some power lines over there we got to watch out for. Off to the left, there's like an old quarry or something we're going over right here. Woo. Get down low, you get in the wind, little bobbles and all that. Oh yeah, I wonder how many kids jumped off that into that lake and that quarry and stuff like that. Alright, down to 1,100 feet. I like what I'm seeing here. All right, we are looking for. I think this is the highway right here. I think this is the highway right here. Highway to Oshkosh. I'm on the highway to Oshkosh. Yep, here we go. And again, look at that. How I've climbed again. Again, I just sit up so high in this thing. All right, so here we go. We are now on the ultralight arrival procedure. So I'm going to go ahead and slow on down here a little bit. Again, we want to be down here about 1,100 feet. That is the procedure. Now what we're doing, we're looking up where this comes up to like the interstate or something. There's a big intersection, like with all the roundabouts, you know, like you would have like at a a big interstate intersection. So oh, I can see other airplanes flying over there already. That's amazing. All right, looking good. 70 knots here. We're just flying this road up here. Oh yeah, this is definitely the highway to Oshkosh. We got this. Again, we are doing the ultralight arrival because the Flying Cowboys do STOL demonstrations at Oshkosh using the ultralight field, which is a 900 little foot patch of grass. So. But it's okay, you know, because the Freedom Fox, that's what it's made for. Be low and slow. Yeah, look at all the airplanes over there. You're going to see a bunch of airliners just because, well, a lot of times on the Xbox and stuff, that's what you get. If you're a jet, it's like you're an airliner. They need to fix that, but they'll work on it. All right. You descend down here. Okay, so what we do is now we're going to follow. Here's that intersection I was telling about. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to follow this our highway right over here to a bunch of trees. I see it. I see it. I see the bunch of trees. We're gonna follow this. Here we go. We are on the ultralight. I'm gonna slow down here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put a notch of flaps in too.
Low wing with the right over fifth, rock your wing.
Now we'll come right up here to this patch of trees. Now we'll turn. This is the pattern. We're in the pattern now. We're in the pattern at Oshkosh. This is it.
Good rock, good rock. Turn right.
This is the ultralight arrival. There's a hovering plane right there. Yes, that plane is hovering. You're not imagining things. There is a plane hovering. We do have the Halo vehicle thing, so you know it's a jet. It can hover. So now we come to these clumps of trees. I'm gonna get ready for landing. So full flaps. All right, full flaps. Might be saying, where is this ultralight field? You'll see it. You'll see it. Hold on. Hold on. We're looking good. We're looking good. We can't go over the runway because there's real airplanes over there.
Cherokee type, possibly blue wingtips over fifth, rock your wing.
We come right over here.
Good rock, turn right.
Might be saying, where is this grass strip? It's right here. Here it is.
Everyone coming in, rip into fifth.
There it is.
1 mile in trail, 1 mile in trail. We need to over the railroad tracks. Look out the window, follow
Yep.
the railroad tracks, please.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Oshkosh. Welcome to Oshkosh.
Highway, half mile southwest of fifth, rock your way. Good rock, follow the railroad tracks, center right down runway.
Here we are. Look, there's somebody else here too on the ultralight field. That's cool. This is the where they mow and stuff, and this is where they make the ultralight field. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna taxi, just like in the video. In the video, they get out and they're all like high fiving. Woo, dash guy! Woo! It was like 6 days it took them. It took them like almost a week to get there. Woo! They're all high fiving. Woo! Woo! Made it. Okay, cool. Man, awesome. And then they were like, "Oh, we got to go to where we're actually gonna get parked." But look at all the other players. These are all other players flying around here. And again, what happens is, Xbox, if it's a jet, it just picks usually an airliner. So some of these guys might be other things. It doesn't actually show the real airplane if it's usually a jet, I think. So, but it looks like they came over here. Not sure what that's doing over there. But yeah, these are all other players just so excited about Oshkosh. So we're gonna come over here. It looked like this is where they had their little area. So we're gonna spin around here. It looked like it was something like this. So we're gonna go ahead and stop right here. Parking brake on. Let's go in the cockpit. And let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Throttle is out. Oh, I never turned off starting power. I wonder what that does to things. Oh, that's not good. Let's turn off all the switches now.
Yellow high wing with the thunder tires over fifth, rock your wing.
And let's go ahead and
Cobb over fifth, rock your wing.
turn off the fuel. Turn off magnetos. Turn off the avionics.
Good rock, turn right, follow the east-west road, left
And
36. Start that right turn, please, for left base runway 36. Start that right
there we
turn.
go. So welcome to Oshkosh. That's amazing. So that, like I said, we've got the Halo, whatever Halo jet that is from the game Halo, the Xbox game Halo. That's why, because all it does is the game knows that it's a jet, so it picks an airliner, and that Halo jet you can hover. Then there you go. But these are all other players. So if you're here, let's go ahead and get camping set up here first. I think that's what we need to do. So let's go back in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and get the camping gear out. So there we go. Now let's go back into the drone, and let's go ahead and Oh, that's
One over fifth,
interesting.
just to with the left wing light. Keep going up the railroad tracks, right down runway 27. Keep it inside the gravel pit. Monitor tower 118.5. Good morning.
There we go.
Good morning.
Get the drone out. And so now we got our camping gear out. So yeah, welcome to Oshkosh 2022 here. So this is my first content that I put up here about arriving at Oshkosh. We did this here in the Freedom Fox, recreating a short flight that Trent Palmer did in the Freedom Fox back in 2018. Again, you can check out that video in the description below and actually see the Flying Cowboys back in 2018 arriving into Oshkosh. But here we are in the Freedom Fox, got the camping gear out and all that. So if you're interested in the Freedom Fox as payware, here it is. You get a whole bunch of other liveries, bunch of other designs. Look at that guy, home and all that. So consider buying if you really like low and slow here in Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. All right, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take the drone and let's go ahead and, oh, there's another ultralight. Look, some other people are coming in here. That's cool to see. Let's go ahead and do a drone shot, a very dramatic drone shot here. Oh, since we have turned off, let's go ahead and turn off Fisk radio there. But here we are, and then real quick, just so you can see in the game, ready? Here we go. There you go. This is what it this is what it looks like. So there's somebody in the F-22. He might be crashing, and see a P-38. He doesn't know how to draw the airplane, the model actually in multiplayer. But here are all other players at Oshkosh. Alex Hunter, a 1905 up there. F-16. Another Kit Fox, that notorious Zerk. He's in a Kit Fox just like us. And so yeah, you can do formation flying. That's what we were doing in the community fly-in that I participated in on Friday. It was amazing. So now you can understand why I turn off so often when I turn off the name tags, because it just clutters up the sky, and I would actually much rather look at the sky. So, but what we're going to do real quick here is we're going to go ahead and get a screenshot of that. I think that is amazing. Woo! And so get back here in. Just go to regular external view. Let's go ahead and turn off under general options, traffic. And you can turn off, so you can turn off if you don't want all the other players and all this, but it's really interesting because the Asobo AI engine that is in Microsoft Flight Simulator here, what it will do, here's somebody screaming by, is it will actually also bring in the generic airplanes from like ADS-B data and stuff. So not only do you have human players, but you also have really live AI traffic. And so that also is amazing. But yeah, I'll probably start doing, I really like the glider from the last live stream that I did over the weekend, yesterday morning. And I really enjoy that discus glider, and that would be fun as a community fly-in, is to get a bunch of us, flying gliders and thermal soaring, because it's slower, it's fun, it's more challenging, and all that kind of stuff. So, but yep, here we are. We have made it to Oshkosh, recreating Trent Palmer's 2018 flight and their arrival into Oshkosh and the other Flying Cowboys. And here we are with everybody playing at Oshkosh. This is so fun to actually see. Let's go ahead and give you a little tour here. Let's go to the drone camera again. I'm gonna turn up the volume. No, I'm not turning up the volume, I'm turning up the speed. But here we go. So it does have this really nice drone camera feature. So you can fly around. Oh man, ought to be a. Oh, he's there's Kid Fox. Oh, we're matching speed pretty good. Oh, he's at rotation speed. Rotate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you going, bud? Where are you going, bud? So here is Wittman Field. And so, like, we were listening to Fisk radio, so they were actually landing runway 36, which is where, right here, where this runway is, that's runway 36. They also use the taxiway to make a parallel runway, so that is 36 left during Oshkosh. This is 36 right, the taxiway right here below us. And then they were also landing runway 27, and so that's why you see most people flying here landing on runway 27 and or on runway 36. And then also, if you're interested, is out there, you can see a little tiny island out there. That's Warbird Island. That's for the jets and the warbirds that are coming into the Oshkosh Air Adventure. They will come in from over there and they will call Warbird Island. I was just expecting, and I was a little disappointed that in the Thursday update that we had on Xbox for Microsoft Flight Simulator, the update for the marketplace, that we didn't get a scenery for Oshkosh. And what that means is literally hundreds, thousands of airplanes that are parked alongside the runway where people are camping at their airplanes. And then all of this. So now if we zoom over here, so you can see center of the screen here, you can actually kind of see the ultralight field. It's right here, so that's where we landed. You can now see the Freedom Fox down there, the little dot. But there's the ultralight field. And then over here, there's another grass strip out over here. That's Pioneer Field. That's really the home of the Experimental Aviation Association. That's why this is here at this airport at Oshkosh, is because of the EAA, the Experimental Aircraft Association. And then over here is the regular campground with trailers. And so it would be amazing if sometimes we took Voyager, our little teardrop trailer, and went to Oshkosh. It would be a thrill to do, and Aunt Cindy and I have already started talking about that for maybe next year, maybe 2023 or something like that. So, but here is the ultralight field. You can really now you can really see it much better. There is Freedom Fox out over there. But it would have been neat if they would have had a scenery really made for Oshkosh, the event. So. But here is Freedom Fox. Again, short live stream. That's how I planned it here on this Monday night. And again, one of the reasons that I'm putting so much Microsoft Flight Simulator content, one is because I like it. Two is because of the event going on in real life right this week at Oshkosh, up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This is Oshkosh Air Adventure 22. And so I wanted to put up content about Oshkosh from Microsoft Flight Simulator and Xbox Series S on my YouTube channel. Also, Sunday I leave, so my last live stream is Wednesday here, but I'll be adding some content before then. But then starting Sunday, in the first 2 weeks of August, I will be gone in real life, so there'll be no content added to my YouTube channel for that. And then I'll come back, and then we'll probably start playing Way of the Hunter and Flight Sim and maybe some other games and so on. And then we're waiting for Saints Row to come out at the end of August. I don't know if I'll live stream that. That might be my own game to enjoy. You know, on my not on my own, but with friends and all that kind of stuff. But maybe I've started to also make game moments, game shorts. I posted just one as a kind of a test, and so I might make YouTube shorts of just funny moments from Saints Row and maybe even Way of the Hunter. I don't know. Way of the Hunter is a good game to live stream because it's slower. Because if things start really happening fast for me, it gets too discombobulated. That's a great word. Discombobulated for me. So, but yep. All right. Well, here we go. We have flown into Oshkosh. It was a lot of fun. It was fun to recreate the flight that Trent Palmer did with the Flying Cowboys in Freedom Fox. Arrival into Oshkosh. So, well, thanks for joining me. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that like button if you do. Come join me on a future live stream and chat with me. And game on. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. Bye, everybody. Yeah, that was fun. It would be amazing to go and visit and see in Oshkosh. That would be amazing. Amazing!